Piece of wood from yesterday when I was showing how to put the rivets in it to give it that weathered look. So now what we're going to do is we are going to give it, we're going to put the color onto it to get these rivets to stand out more and to give it more of that aged weather look. So I'm just using some, it's called neutral gray. And it's just the Hobby Lobby brand. And then I'm going to take my brown, which is the Fired Earth from Valspar. I'm going to stir it up. So what I'm going to do now is and this is water in here, so now I'm just going to mix the gray with a little bit of the Fired Earth to give it more of that weathered look. Like it's been sitting outside in the rain over the years. Going a little bit darker. And this piece of wood is just a 2x6. And then I'm just going to put it on so it gets down in all those rivets. Now I'm going to just dab some of that off. Set that to the side so I know I will spill it. And you see how it brings out a little bit more of those rivets in there. I think I want to add a little bit more brown to it, just a little bit. Sorry, I had hit the camera there. All right, so now I'm going to give it just a little bit more of a brown gray look. All right, I think I'm good. All right, I'm gonna set that to the side. Now I'm going to use my Sweet Pickins Milk Paint Flour Sack. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of water. This is my second time using the milk paint, and I'm really liking it, but I'm not gonna eyeball it. I'm just going to add it into this, and it's got a little bit of that brown in it still, and that's fine. Then I'm sure I'm doing this milk paint completely wrong, but that's okay. All right. And just a little bit more. I'm just going to apply it sparingly, but in thicker in some areas. And then I want to dry it up. thicken this paint up just a little bit, because I want to get some of that chippiness going on. But if I don't get the chippiness, it's fine. I just want a thick looking paint on here. And I've just, I painted the sides and everything brown. Let's see. I'm sure I did something wrong because it's not giving my chippy look, but it's fine. Because I'm just going to go ahead and scrape it off anyway. I'm going to scrape that off. Just a little bit. Getting a little crackle right there, so that's good. So now I'm going to take the watered down paint that we had before. Actually, I might try this my walnut ink. See if that'll give it a little bit of the, because I just want a little bit of age on, you know, a little bit of just a little bit of color on there to just make it look a little older on the paint as well. But not all over, because I want some of those, I want some of the white to show through. All right. And I also wanted to show a way to be able to use the labels. And so this is the new Daisy label. It's come out. You can find these in my shop. Not sure which one I want to use. And then I'm going to stain the label. I'm thinking I like this one. I think it's going to look nice with the white. So I'm going to get a little bit closer. I'm going to rip that down just a little bit more. Actually, I'm just going to cut it because there, and that'll give me the look. All right, I'm gonna get you a little bit closer. And all the labels are sublimated onto a polycotton blend fabric. I'm gonna have to do something with the sides and blend that all in, but I'll worry about that in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and stain you up. Let's get the walnut ink. You can use your coffee stain, you can use walnut ink, you can use tea, you can use whatever you like to use to stain your pieces. need that to be a little darker around those edges. So I'm going to take a little bit of, of this paint. I'm going to just go around those edges a little bit. And this is still wet, so, and that's fine because I want it to absorb into it. And if it gets on the image too, that's okay. I need those ends to be a little bit darker. All right, I'll do that in a minute. See how she's gonna look on this. Oh my goodness, look how pretty she's gonna look when we're all done. All right, now let me get my chip brush. Got my chip brush. Make sure that's pretty dry. And dip this into there. With it being a little bit wet, it will absorb into there. And just give it those little extra dirty edges that I want. And you can get it onto your image if you want to. It's fine. If you want to sand it down some. If you want to add some, I don't know what my picky tool called, I don't know what this is called, but you want to add some extra distressing around the edges to it. You can. Just gives it extra wear and tear. There. Now I'm just going to take some of these little cut tacks. Let me get my hammer. I'm going to put some cut tacks around the edges here. It doesn't have to go all the way in. You can even put it in sideways if you wanted. Now we're just going to paint the tops of that a little bit. Let's get a little more of this milk paint going on. And then when we're done, I'm going to put one of these knobs on the top of them. I got these years ago when I was doing a craft show, and I had a lot of my pieces hanging from that, so it was kind of like a decorative thing. And you can find those knobs at Hobby Lobby, but I'd go when they have a sale. And then I'm just going to just lightly put it over the top. Like I said, I know I'm doing this milk paint wrong, but it's all right. Let me get it a little bit thicker on some of those edges. I'm getting some of that pretty crackle on the side there. This looks pretty. One last side. And we'll scrape it, put it one of the knobs on the top, and we'll be done. There's that pretty crackle. That crackle's looking pretty. That's not all the way dry on the top here, but all right, let's dry it up one more time. Walnut ink is dripping out. So there, we have this so far, and the little bit of walnut ink that I added on the side when I dried it, it made it crackle a little bit more. dark along that edge there. There. Now I just got to figure out which color knob I want to put on the top, or if I want to put any knob on the top. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a knob on the top because I have to. This is one that can come off. No. All right, where's the one that goes into the center of that? I could drill a hole and put it down in there. I don't think I'm feeling that one. Let's see. What about you? Nope, I'm not feeling you either. No, you're too bright. You take the eye away from it. That's you. Possibly. I may have to drill a hole. May have to drill a hole down into there. I don't know if I like that one on there or not. I don't know. I know I don't like that one. What about you? No, you're too blue. Gonna have to think on this. No, because then I'd have to make the wood a little bit darker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling this or not. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it a minute while I scrape this up. Because that's just a little too bright for me. Too white. Especially the top up here. I'm not feeling the top of that, so I'm going to have to add a little bit of this to gray that up a little bit. Just to tone down all the white color that's going on. I'm not really feeling it. All right, let me drill a hole down into the center of this and then see how it's gonna look. Let me go get some drill bits. All right, I wasn't planning on drilling anything. Let's try this one and see. And let's see. Ooh, okay, I got my drill bit. Put it into the top here. That looks like it's about a good place. We'll put you right there. Gotta go down a little bit further. Bit further. Oh, that's gonna look cute. Okay. Bam. Oh, isn't that cute? That is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna get some E6000 down into there. It's probably off center, but I don't care because I'm not all about everything being perfect. Not even this glue. Perfect. Now, all right. Oh, I love how it came out. Hold on, I'll show you in just a minute. Let me get all that E6000 off there and give it a chance to. Easy peasy, look at that. Just get you an old piece of wood or any kind of wood and just dress it up. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay guys, thanks for being with me today. All my labels, you can find this label and other new ones in my shop, willowheartprims.etsy.com. This piece will be in there as soon as I get it added. So, thanks for being with me today. Bye!